Aspen Academy's report card meeting. We are going to talk about our new standards-based report cards. My name is Maggie Rowan. I'm the curriculum coordinator at Aspen Academy. I've been a teacher for 16 years, and I'm licensed as a media specialist and elementary classroom teacher, and I am working on getting my master's in curriculum instruction and design. You can contact me at this email address. We are going to talk about several things today. We're going to define some terms, the words rubric and the term standard. We're going to know the reasons behind the change to this kind of a report card. We are also going to define some of the terms in the rubric and view a representation of their use. We're going to know where the rubric will be used on the report card, and we'll have time at the end for questions and answers. So a rubric, by definition, is a format for criteria that covers the essence of what we look for as teachers. This is all about what students can do and use as opposed to just what they know. A standard is a long-term learning goal for students. It can be by state, it can be a national standard such as the Common Core, or it could be a core knowledge standard as we are a core knowledge school. Why standards-based report cards? Standards-based has become the national norm. It is driven from places such as Hawaii, Nashville, Denver, Chicago, many parts of California, and the East Coast. It's also driven by the change from No Child Left Behind, which began in 2009, 2010, as a response to making sure that students are meeting what they are supposed to do at each grade level. It's also a local drive, including places like St. Cloud, Edina, Rosemont, Apple Valley, and Eagan, and Minnetonka. It's very important to note that this is an expectation of our sponsor. As part of our data-driven instruction, we are required to show how our students are meeting the standards. That is part of our sponsorship by Friends of Education and a requirement from them. They are looking to us to lead this kind of change in our curriculum and our report card process. This is a way for students to better understand the requirements for each grade level and their graduation from Aspen. It provides more information for our parents. It compares students to themselves. And it provides a more complete view of a child from their beginning of the year to the end of the year, from their kindergarten year to their 8th grade, and how they graduate at Aspen Academy. It also is a way for us to drive students to higher expectations and showing them what we expect. It allows us to show and rise to those levels. So this is a basic overview of our standards, where an E is exceeding, and M means you meet the standard, P is progressing toward the standard, and N is not yet progressing. All of these available on our Aspen website under the Report Cards tab, where you can see a sample of every grade level. If you think about these terms with an E, an M, a P, and an N, that really is a journey up a mountain. It's a 9-month journey for most students. It is not an overnight. It takes a very long time. So in the beginning, we start them down here and we give them a roadmap. We say, this is what you're going to be able to do at the end of the year. And often, we help them up the mountain. We climb with them. We give them ideas, suggestions. And by the end of the year, our goal is for students to meet and reach the top of the mountain. That is to meet the standard. If you are at a P, you are progressing along this trail. And as this is a 9-month journey for most students, it'll take a long time to get all the way up to that M. Some students can traverse this more quickly and meet an M. And then we would put them at an E where they're working on climbing a whole new mountain. So a progress place takes a whole year for all students. So on average, the beginning of the year, we'll see our students progressing. That means they've been introduced to a standard, they're aware of what the standard is at that grade level, whether it's in math or reading or core knowledge. And by the middle of the year, we're seeing them starting to progress further on that standard. They probably have not met the standard yet, but they have progressed and know more and more about how to use it. By the end of the year, they should meet that grade level standard. And especially this is in literacy. We're talking about a year-long view. In math, as our standards are more compartmentalized and more subjective, or are more condensed, it's easy for students to meet a standard in one area quicker. So you may meet the standard of how to count from 1 to 31, but you're still progressing on other standards, adding, subtracting, things like that. So in our math report cards, you'll see that students are meeting in certain areas, progressing in others. But that means that each of those standards that they're progressing in, they come back to again and again until everyone is met. So our rubric on our report card is used in math, in reading, on our core knowledge topics of science and social studies, in our specialist area of art, music, Phi-Ed, and gym, or Phi-Ed and Spanish, as well as Latin. And it's also a part of our behavior expectations. Our students work together to fit in and pledge what they were going to do. And our student pledge is where our behavior expectations fall. Let me read you what they wrote. They will show respect by caring and including everyone, listening and using kind words. They will show helpfulness by working together, giving kind reminders, taking responsibility, expressing gratitude, and encouraging others. And all of those things they have pledged fit under behavior expectations. So our report card, though, is obviously a document where we are working on it. We are learning and growing with our parents and our students and our teachers. So as we consider what we will change in the future, one of the things our teachers have agreed to immediately is that they're going to provide some more, we're going to provide some more training for them. They would like that. They would like to be able to show and use it more, especially the comments. That will be one of the big areas where they will see. Our next set of report cards come out at conferences time, and this will help facilitate some discussion. And next year, our literacy group, instead of being a single literacy grade by the standards, would be broken down into the Common Core, 10 major standards for every grade level. Thank you very much for coming and listening to our presentation about our Aspen Academy standards-based report cards. If you have any questions, you can email me at my address, and I will be happy to respond. Thank you.